about appearance, right? In a non-Muslim country where we should be aware of their appearance and that in the harm. When harm yourself.
I know. You mean from your
The appearance in a non-Muslim country, you should, right? So the beard is a part of the appearance.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of brothers who like trim their beard just because they don't want to look different.
Which country you are mentioning?
Canada or
I've been in Europe. I've been in everywhere. I didn't see this as a harm and I wear dishdasha and I wear. This is how I am in all Europe for not 10, not 20, not 30, not 40 years. I am in this way and I never get once from anybody as a beard. I mean. So I believe this is something not correct.
Why is the brother? If somebody does that.
Yeah, he need to know that he don't supposed to go to area which is dangerous. This kind of things. He take care of himself. Not to go certain places which there is bad people or nothing more than this.
Sheikh, there's one more question a brother has asked me to ask. This is regarding zakat. Basically, he's saying that he has invested money in property, land, and he pays zakat on that as well. Although that doesn't give him any income, because he worries that it is the money, but it is in the form of an asset.
If the money for a business, it's for business and for deals. That means he's supposed to pay zakat for it. Okay, that as an invest. Okay, he's buying and selling, waiting for the right time to sell. Even if it's land, he need to pay the zakat for it. But if the land he want to build his house in it, not for invest or not for to sell it if the price is going up, this is he don't supposed to pay zakat for it because this land is his house. Am I clear?
So if he does not have the cash to pay, if the cash is locked in the asset, does he need to sell it and then what?
Of course, he's supposed to pay the zakat. He take a loan from somebody. This is his issue. He need to pay the zakat.
I was of the understanding, my own understanding was if I have a house, which is not my house that I stay, I have another house which is on rent. So the rent which I get, I have to pay zakat on that.
Yeah, and on that, right. What you said is right. Because this house is your house, but for certain thing you are living in other house and you are renting it.
Yes.
And the money which you gain from renting your house, this is you get the zakat, not the land or the house.
Okay, so if it is not rented?
No. I will say it again. As example, you got a house. This is your own house. For certain reason, you went to Qatar, okay? And in this case, you rent your house, right? Which is in Singapore, as example. So you will get money from the rent, right? This money, if 1 year round in this money, which you get, which you gain, there is a zakat in this money, but not in the asset. I mean the land and the house. Okay. Because this is your own house. You don't want to sell it as a invest. You are just renting it. Okay. Am I clear or still it's not clear?
Still. So
tell me where is the.
So I have my own house where I'm staying. Now I have another house I bought as an investment. Now that house I have not given on rent. It is just there.
Finish. When you say investment, that you are waiting the right time to sell it.
Yes.
So there is a zakat in it. Investment zakat.
Just to add on.
As example, if you got 3 women's, you got 3 houses, you got 4 women's, 4 houses, there is no zakat in it, because this is your house. If you got 1 woman and you got one house, this is your house. You, as example, you buy 2 houses, one for your parents and one for yourself. There is no zakat in it. For your parents, you buy for your sisters, as example, a house, and you got a house for you and for your family. There is no zakat in it. But when you deal with the house as an invest, you need to pay zakat.
Only when I sell it, or
No. If it's there.
is there also have to pay zakat?
Yeah, because you are waiting the right time to sell. You got it or not? Is it clear? Black and white? Thank you.
Sheikh, just a clarification on the rental. For example, if the rental is say $10,000 for a year,
Yeah.
the moment the rent comes every month, we spend, say, it is spent.
Finish.
So I pay zakat only if I have that $10,000 for the whole year.
Yes, sir. Let's say if you got 10,000, in 10 months you spend it. After 10 months, after 11 months, you spend it. You don't have zakat. After 11 months and a half, you don't have zakat.
Also, Sheikh, what about the maintenance expenses? Do you reduce it off the rent and pay the zakat?
Of course, this is part of the assets. So you need to pay this, okay,
Cost.
and you correct it. And then what you gain from the rent after a year, you need to pay the zakat.
Jazakallah.
What if you don't have an intention of selling it? What if you want to hold it to get rental income until perpetuity?
This is invest. You want to rent it as an invest. Not, this is not your house. This is, it's niyyah. This is between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. So this is the issue. Is it for business? You can make the judgment for yourself. Full stop.
The airport and the mall.
Say it again.
Airport, the airport. and the
Yeah.
mall. In India, they have the prayer room.
Yeah.
It's for the general.
Yeah.
So even the Christians, they can go and do the prayer.
Understood. Jew, Hindus, everybody, they put all the logos of these religions. Yeah.
But they don't have the statues.
Ah, I know, you can pray in it.
Okay.
In Sri Lanka, mostly only Muslims.
Mostly in all airports. That's what I said. You see, I will tell you regarding the issue Ashkar. This is important thing I want to. So let me finish, Muhammad, your question then. بدون سكر لو سمحت سيب حق محمد. لو سمحت شكرا أستاذ. I told him he will bring it without sugar because I believe there is a lot of sugar in it. Okay. Muhammad, after your question, I will. Do you get a question?
Do you have a question?
Yes, most of the.
So, yes.
When we are traveling, when you're traveling,
Yes.
when do you pray Qasr Jam, or when do you pray Qasr only?
Jam' when you need it. But if you are in traveling, you can make jam'. You saw us in Mecca, right? You pray with us. We make a jam', right? And we make a qasr. And Mecca in the front of us. Right? That's what the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did when he was in Mecca. I mean.
For example, if you travel, we are in a place for a week or longer than a week.
2 weeks, 3 weeks. If you need it, finish, you do it. It's a rukhsa.
Do you pray Jam or?
You see, I will tell you easily. Qasr is easier than Jam'. This is the way how to understand it. Qasr, if you sit 4 years, 3 years, you are in safar, ala safar, That means you have the right to تقصر الصلاة. But جمع if you need it. You got me? If you need it. Rain, I need it. Right? You are sick, you can make جمع.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Am I clear?
Can we, when we make Jama, is it Zohar with Asar or I can make Zohar, yani when I pray Zohar, I make Asar with that, or I can delay the Zohar and pray.
As you like. What is suitable for you? ظهر عصر or عصر ظهر? ظهر عصر, I mean. In the time of عصر, I mean. This is what I mean.
It's allowed.
Yes, Allah. Do what you need. This is rukhsa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave it to you to make it easier.
Dua Allahumma inni ala zikrika. Is it before taslim or after taslim? In the prayer, at the end of the prayer, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told to Ibn Masud.
You can do it both ways. There is both ways if you want.
After taslim, you can ask for.
You can do it or in the prayer when you finish tahiyyat. Both ways.
Isn't there opinion by
There is Sheikh bin Baz, he say after Sheikh bin Baz, after tahiyyat, in the prayer.
Yeah. He says no dua after taslim, only zikr.
بعد التسليم, Ibn Baz, he said that this dua specific, you can, it's dubur, it's mean the back of the end of the praying, before the taslim.
So after taslim, can we do our own
the-
dua, sir? If you have any.
No, if dua after the taslim, if you take it as a habit,
Right.
and as a way, this is not the way of the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam or Sahaba. But for certain thing, as example, you got your son now, he got an exam, okay, and you remember after you say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, then you remember that your son, he can make dua. There is no harm in this. But if you make it as a ikhwani way, what I say? Ikhwani way. After they finish, Allahumma, this is not the way of the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam or Sahaba. But if you need it for certain thing, okay, you can make dua in any time. Yes.
How about you have 3 questions?
Yeah, go 10 from America.
What is that? For the first question,
Yeah.
see a gathering. This is business, like a mastermind.
Like this is a gathering. This is
Mastermind in business.
okay.
And but it's Muslims. So we got different type of Muslims that stay not Sunni. I have a Sunni, but not, that's some Shubahad, some
Okay.
things. But I want to, is it okay for me to, a person, I have a Sunni to go do to a mastermind where we networking and working together to make money, but we don't have it, we on different islands, they on different islands.
You mean now what I understood from you? You said there is a Muslims. You want to work with them as a business,
Yes.
okay? And these Sufis or Ikhwani or Takfiri, yeah, you can work with them, no problem. If he's a doctor, you can go for him also. But you're supposed to not to enter with him in discussions or certain things of this.
That's the first question. The second question, married on Christian.
هذا امريكي قاعد بديرة كفر وين عسى يلقى له مسلمز. ايه
Do you want to know about what's the conditions or
Sorry?
what's the proper way of marrying a Christian lady or a Catholic? You want to
not Kafir, Christian, yes.
a Christian.
Christian or Jew. You cannot marry Hindus as example or not believer or this is forbidden. Okay, so just Jew or Christian.
Christian.
Christian, Protestant or Catholic, no problem.
So he said, he wanted,
Sorry?
reading about me, he said, what's the way of going about, it's not me, it's not me. What's the way of going about marriage?
الشروط
There is no condition. There is no condition at all. You asked me, I believe, before this question. There is some.
لا شانك شايف
Naughty boy.
بيشوفوا
لابد ان تكون عفيفه محصنه محصنات غير مسلمه.
Yeah, of course. ما أعرف ماني قايل كلمتها واضحة. Of course she is يعني a good woman, huh? Yeah. Not.
I would relate the message, you know, I tell you. One thing, another question.
انا اوصل لهم المعنى صحيح
Huh?
انا بوصل للاخ المعنى صحيح
Hey. So she is not dirty woman. That's what as a condition.
It's hard to find out over there, so.
That's why it's better. ولا أمة. It's better for him to marry
Nah, inshallah.
a woman,
Yeah.
Muslim woman. Always better.
I told him to ask the sheikh. I said, listen, I told him no, don't do it.
Okay.
I told that sheikh, she chick said so.
Go ahead.
All right, so it's a lot. Like, what's the correct? Like, you go to the masjid, and you know the Prophet said to pray. The sunnah is in the home, but you go to the masjid, pray, or you working and you're not gonna be in the home, but you may able to pray the masjid.
So you can pray in the mosque.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Now this is the second question.
Okay.
Last
This
question.
is
The last question. You have a brother. He have a son. He's about 21 years old. He have some type. He have a psychosis. He developed a psychosis. He lived with his mother. His mother is not practicing Islam. You know, well, she's kind of fit on him. She's not praying, so he don't pray, and she's not really helping him. But the father, he's married to another woman, and when he come visit him, it seems like he'd be better with being with his father. But the sister that he's married to, she's kind of like afraid. Like maybe something will happen. She's kind of afraid. But the brother know that he want to be with his son and help his son like he can.
as I understood, there is a man. He divorced a woman,
Yes.
and he got a son from her,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And the woman now she's not practicing at all.
Yes.
And the son, he will go to his mother, and when he go there, he will not practice also.
He lived with his mother.
He live with his mother.
Yeah, she's not practicing.
Okay.
He's like 21, 22.
So what is the is it 21 years?
21 years old, but he had
Uh-huh.
a psychosis since he was like young, like 17, 16.
Yeah.
So sometimes he be paranoid, he need medication, he need to be looked after, he can't look after himself.
Okay.
So he comes see and visit his father. When he with his father, he prays. When he with his father, he's
So
okay.
what is the question now?
The father want him to, the wife is kind of, she's kind of afraid because of the psychosis, so of being around him, of his son. Because of his psychosis, not like he gonna do something to her, but she's afraid. Yeah, afraid of that he may do something because,
I know.
you understand?
Can she
Yeah.
refuse?
She don't refuse, but I don't think she is in opposition, but yeah.
This is the question.
Yeah.
Can she refuse not to live with him? Or not to have him around him?
Yes.
طيب
What's this?
we want to get to the point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put the hammer on it. Yep.
تفضل لا انت تفضل خلاص كملت يا محمود كمل تفضل
طيب if there is something that could harm her or something it's not, she fears first, the woman she has to obey her husband, but not in a point that she harms herself. if she thinks that this will harm her, she can say, I can't stay with him. This is same thing as having two wives in one house. And she can refuse not to live in the same house. She has the ability to tell him that I can't. I have to have my own. That's why Rasulullah has he had everyone in a house. And this is from her rights to ask that. And she doesn't have to babysit any either if he's big or small, or if he's old or any of them. But she should try her best to talk in a nice way with her husband so they can fix this issue so they can get to the point that they can solve this. Especially if she has something that you said that he's sick. He has a sickness. And لا ضرر ولا ضرار in Islam. You're not supposed to harm yourself, neither to harm others. But if there is darar, if it's only thoughts and it's only things that comes to the mind, but there is no darar, there is no harm, it's it's for her to see the maslaha and mafsada, like the good and the bad, and to weigh it to see what's easier for her. And the husband should, like living with the parents. Sometimes living with your parents, with your wife and your kids, with the parents, you don't get, and it's good to always be with the parents, but sometimes the wife needs her own house, because own kitchen, no one wakes her up in the morning. Sometimes she's sick, sometimes she needs a space. And this is, subhanAllah, this is something of her rights. It's not about obeying, especially if there is someone can come and be with the parents, or like living close and come and serve them. Always combining with good, better than taking one side and let the other side stress, and try always to manage it the right way. Because you yourself cannot have good time. And then, subhanAllah, there's a hadith that زُرْ غِبًّا تَزْدَدْ حُبًّا. The one who visits less, he gets more love. And sometimes, especially visiting your brothers or visiting and having a gathering every day, this makes it less into the love with and it becomes subhanAllah less. Islam always have this in a way that manage it right, so we can all live right. Allah Alam.
Now, what's if you don't, the child, like the brother was telling me, that he's not able to really take care of himself like that. Just like he needs assistance.
Is a sickness in his mind?
Mom, yes.
Okay, why don't he live with his mom? Because he's afraid that he becomes non-Muslim?
He does live with his mother, yeah. It's no benefit. She's not helping him with, of course, first and foremost, with Islam, but even on the side where it comes to the sickness, like if she's not doing appointments, she's not making sure to get the medication. So he's doing everything on his own, unless his father helps out, but he can't. He still has a mind of an adolescent. And what sickness still, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
If he has to, he have to live with them, and she cannot take it, and it wasn't a condition in the marriage. Maybe like in the marriage, he told her, my son has to live with us, and he's so and so and so. If it was a condition, she has to fulfill this condition. But if it wasn't a condition in the beginning, and it's gonna harm her, she can ask for divorce. If it's something that I'm gonna harm her, and he has to take care of his child, he can tell her either you stay, you leave. And this is the same thing as marrying. One, like, let's say he married his wife, and she made a condition on him not to marry other women, the ulama says you have to fulfill this, and if you don't, you have to tell her, do you want to stay or not? I want to marry, and I will give you your rights if you want to stay or not, because she has the right to leave him because he didn't fulfill the. This is one of the things that Mashayikh says. هل مثلا شيء ترجم لك؟
Yes, brother. Ah, yes, brother. Thank you. Anybody? Okay, yesterday we spoke about the education. And we spoke about how important this issue. And we said, if you miss it, you need to think about your son. If your son miss it, you need to think about your grandchildren. I was reading about England. I find the Prime Minister in England, there are 58 Prime Minister, okay? I find 38 of them, they are studying in very tough schools, 38, and all of it Christian schools. From the 58, 38, they graduate from Christian schools. I believe important for all of you how to find a good school, how to do a good school in your country with good education. This is something important to think about it. This is my advice, because nowadays the education, this is the most for your community, for your families, to concentrate on it. Of course, with the religion and da'wah, but you need to be powerful in your countries. And this is need planning. This is need planning from you. How to find schools which is very tough. As I said, you need to think about 110%, not 100%. Forget 100. This is in the past. Nowadays, you need to think about 110%. And this is important. I know it's heavy, but this is the world today. So, why I brought this example for the Prime Minister in England, to show them even those people, they make a Christian schools, and they are very tough schools, and they succeed to bring 38 Prime Minister. Is it something normal in your opinion? Huh? So this is the way how you think. And this is important for me to raise it clearly for you. Think about it, and you need to plan for it. Because you are in countries, it's non-Muslims. So you need to plan for yourself. How to do it. How to do it for your community, to help them in a clever way. And anyone from you, if he's planning in this, after he plan and he do everything, maybe you can help him even. Okay? But think about this direction. Okay? I'm not speaking about Islamic religion study. No. So this is what you need for your son or for your grandson. This is important nowadays. Think about it.
Okay. Just on that question, because I believe the school that you're talking about is called Eton School, and the other one is Harrow School, which is very close to my house. And me and my wife, we are planning that if in case, inshallah, when we have a kid, for us to perhaps get him into that school. But as you said, these are Christian school. So how should we?
That's I told you why you don't do a Muslim school in this way. This is my advice. This is my advice. This is what I believe you need to think about it in Sri Lanka. This is important thing, and you are helping your people how to be very educated, and they are very tough. Not because when you reach this kind of goals, you are helping your people with the religions. You need to plan for it. Education, education, education. It's important for the kids. Nowadays, I was reading an article and I was discussing with a specialist people about if there is a kid, you start to teach him when he is 6 months up till 5 years. Can he, in this age, up till 6 years to be specific, can he speak 3 languages? Mother language and two languages? Yes. Think about it. 6 years old and he can speak. This is how you need to think. And this is how you build your community and your people. This is how it's supposed to be for the coming days. 6 years he speaks 3 languages. He can read fluently. You got? This is, I know the people, they are not highlight these kind of things. They are wrong. This is what our people, the Muslim people, needs nowadays. To be strong and tough. And they need them. I mean, like your situation in Kafir country. Is it clear? Look to the Jew, how they are strong. How many Jews in the world? Can you tell me? Give me a number.
6 million.
More.
16.
Between 15 to 16 million. But look how they are powerful. Why? They concentrate in education. They are tough workers. Inshallah, next month I will publish a book called Zero Mistakes. I gave many examples in it to show there is many kind of people. They work for 40 years, they never absent one day. 40 years. There is a people who do in their management something it's not normal. As example, in Japan, the airport, 30 years, they never miss one bag. One bag, they never miss. What kind of management they got? Not for 1 year, for 30 years. So you need to think in this way. And this is exactly what the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, إن الله يحب أحدكم إذا عمل عملا أن يدخله. This is how we're supposed to. Right? Tough worker. I saw an American guy, he drive a truck for 50 years, he never took a ticket, he never missed one day in his work, he never make an accident. This one example in the book, you will find it. Even a driver, they are not normal. So we need to be like this. Yes, we failed to reach. I wrote it in this when I start to write the book. I said I miss it. And astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh. I couldn't reach this goal. But I want our people to reach this goal. Because nobody told me in these years, zero mistakes. You can reach this kind of goals. Nobody tell us this. But when we search, we find there is many people in this way. They are tough. We want to be like this with Salafi belief. على ما كان عليه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وأصحابه. We know at what time we sleep, at what time we wake up, at what is the time management with the family, the time management with the work, the time management with the ilm al-shari. You ask me about ilm al-shari, I know. You ask me about my work, I am tough. You ask me about this is the way. This is the way how you need to be. المؤمن القوي كلهم خير الضعيف والقوي ولكن الله يحب ماذا؟ القوي ويحب الضعيف كلهم فيهم خير ولكن الذي قدمه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم القوي. Be strong. It's not just you need to do and to work and to plan for years to reach these kind of goals. And this is what we want from the brother in these countries. Because I know it's very tough for you. Look in Singapore. I will give you example, and here's the brothers, and Brother Ali can answer. If somebody graduates in the first year, look Singapore now, I give example from them country. If he graduate today and he enter in any company, the first year, can he get holidays for 7 days?
For the first 3 months, they don't leave you under probation. Then once you finish your probation, then you go to the permanent contract. So
How many, in 1 year, how many days they give?
some company give 14 days, some company give 21 days.
This is in Singapore.
So some company, like if you are seniority, like me, I get 20
No,
days.
no. This is, I mean, for the beginner.
Beginner will get 3 months probation. Actually, no leave.
That's what I wanted to
No
say.
leave. Yeah, no
That's, I know this. That I get
leave. Yeah,
confused.
no leave.
No leave. Even the second year.
No, 3 months no leave. After that, you get 14 days.
14 days.
Yes.
I understood that the first year there is no at all.
First 3 months no leave.
But the first year,
First year, you get 14 days. Once
14.
you finish your probation, you go to the 14 days permanent contract.
dear Abu Khalid, how many days we got here?
For the
Beginner?
beginner, there's 100 days is a probation period. Then you cannot take a leave after 6 months.
Yes, Abdul Shakur.
As far as I know, management department previously, in my company, for those newcomers, we go normal 3 month probation, but during that probation, you are still given. Because different company has different gross pay. They have their own rules and regulations. Even though you are under probation for 3 months, you still got leave. Still get leave. Once you complete 1 year, 3 months probation complete, you got 14 days. And then you have turnover, then you get another 14 days. So that means even though you are new, going under probation, you still have your leave,
14 days.
working days.
Got it.
That will calculate to 1 day per month. Because different company have different policies. And some of them go 100% strict on labor law. Some of them don't. Like some cases, they only give 7 days per year. people coming from Malaysia work in Singapore. Majority of them get 7 days leave per year. 7 days leave per year. But for Singaporeans, majority of the companies
14 days.
give 14 days.
Understood. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Any question? Any comments? Any? It's open discussion.
Yes, we got a question regarding because I have a friend who just converted to Muslim Islam. So I told him in certain masjid in Singapore there's graves in the masjid. So we are not allowed to pray over there.
Yes, that's right.
So then he came back from Umrah and he told me how about Masjid Nabawi.
This is not part of the mosque because it's a house. It's a part of Al-Mu'mineen Aisha house. But they make it bigger, so they enter it. But it's not part from the mosque. You got it? Is it clear? The answer. As example, this is the house. They started in this way. Then it's become bigger and bigger and bigger. Then it's become like this room. And this is in the middle. So it's covered, but its part become because the mosque have been built bigger. Is it clear?
They have money, we should not pray towards the grave.
Of course.
So
No, this is not the question. The question that forbidden that you don't put the grave inside the mosque. He's not asking about what you mentioned that you pray for the grave. So what I want to say that the question is about can we pray in the mosque which there is graves in? Yeah, it's forbidden.
Sheikh, does the ruling change whether the masjid, the grave come first or the masjid come later? Is the ruling the same?
Sorry?
Say there's a masjid, then the grave comes later. And then
Both of them, the way sometime there is a grave, then they build a mosque. And there is sometime there is a mosque and they bring the grave in it. So both ways it's forbidden.
you can't pray inside that.
Not.
Actually, generally when we go for Umrah, people go to Medina. So is it like, or if you can just go for Umrah, 2 hour run and come back, or
You don't need to go to Medina. It's not the condition of Umrah to go Medina or Hajj. This is not a condition. But the people, because they are near of Medina, so they go to the Medina. But not as a worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as apart from Umrah or as apart from Hajj.
Sorry, to add to that question.
Go ahead.
If you pray in that masjid, for example, is your salat still valid?
Yeah, your salat is correct. Of course, you are not praying for the grave, but in a mosque there is a grave in it. Yeah, but you don't supposed to pray there.
Still, I'm from a place where there is no Sunni mosque. When I go on vacation, I pray in the mosque where the Tabligh people are there. So,
Tabligh, but not grave.
no, there is no grave. This is another
Yeah.
out of this topic. So, they are actually generally the Muslims are very poor. They need the support to run the mosque or to extend the mosque. Whenever I go, I pray there. I pray and I leave the place. So there is a gap between me and them. There is no. I don't have the chance to talk to them, and because when they ask, I don't pay the donation. But still, I am going and praying about it. So is it allowed to donate for me to close the gap and so that they can listen to me inshallah in future, or just I do as it is what I am doing now. What is the ruling?
It's as I told you before we pray Al-Isha, what I said about what? I mentioned something. Wisdom. صح? It's need, I cannot answer. It's the right position that I don't deal with the Tariqi and this. But if there is certain issue that, let's say, you believe that if you do this, they will come soft and they can listen to you. Maybe I need to do something. So this is, it depends who are they, how deep they are, can you take them? Now, our brother, what he was before? No. بوذي لا شو اسمه الأخ اللي كان بوذي
يقول شيخنا
ايه what he was before
Myself?
لا الأبيض هذا
لا هم مواليد مسلمين
ايه ادري بس هل هم اللي عندهم بوذي؟ لا مو هذا اللي بسريلانكا انا خلطت بينه وبين
لا هم من
لا بس
لا it's alright
لا 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 انا هجيت هذا اللي بسريلانكا عرفت اللي يا
لا مو
similar سبحان الله I thought
لا مش هذا شيء
سبحان
ايوه
الله هجيته
لا هذول من شنو
what his name؟
رشيد
ايه هذا
شاينا يسمون لك
ايه هذا
صيني.
صيني
هذا سنغافورة
it's my mistake sorry
اصولهم
so let me go back again so how to make the da'wah how Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to the Jew boy and how why he went to him so it depends but Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did he went for every Jew in Medina did he did this for everybody no for certain person so you need to know I cannot give you advice black and white in this thing. You got it? It depends who you are going to, how deep they are.
If on the other hand, if I donate, for example, if I assume that for the sake of future they come to Sunnah, for example, Allah knows best. So in this case, if I donate, for example, they spread their bidah more.
No, of course not. Finish. You know, from your question now and the way how you asked me, you know that it's forbidden. How you support وتعاونوا على البر والتقوى. How I can help them in something against Sunnah. You got me?
Are you the only one in the society? Are you the only one?
Huh?
Are you the only one in the masjid on Sunnah?
Yes, nobody.
Only one?
Yeah, nobody.
بس يجيهم هو يجيهم كزائر يعني.
There's no other masajid? Oh, visiting. You said.
No, my hometown.
Oh, hometown.
But you don't work there.
No, I stay here. Then I go on vacation.
That's what.
Oh, vacation.
I said, in Sri Lanka, most of the masjid, they take a subscription every month. The resident of the area.
We have to pay.
If we did not pay, for suppose I was son and I want to make marriage. If the marriage happens in that house, I must be a member. Then only they give a letter that he belongs to this congregation, this mosque. When my sons go outside and marry, they will ask to bring a letter from the mosque I was living. So this purpose, one is that. Number two, if there's any criminal happens, like say when we had the Easter Sunday bombing, they will check which masjid I'm aligned with. So if I have a membership card in the mosque, I can say this, and they will not bother me. See, for this purpose, can I become a subscription for that mosque?
You don't have choices here.
We can result in
Yeah, I understand. You don't have choices, so you cannot get out of it.
Sheikh, now clarity on each and every group. Like
Look, brother, this, sorry, I want to highlight certain thing which I believe you need to يعني raise it clearly. ايش اسمه صاحب اللولو سنتر علي يوسف. Look to Yusuf Ali, you know Lulu Center, you know it or not? It's a big supermarket, famous in this region. Okay. This man now, he succeed to do this chain, right? How many Muslims have been supported through this chain, you believe? How many family? Thousands. So look, the strong can help our people, especially in the Kafir countries. You need to help them. This kind of companies, this kind of education, this is important for us to do it. And as you are Muslim, Sunni, على ما كان عليه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وأصحابه, as a hard worker. This is important to think in this way. This is important, and this is need lot of work, planning, and enthusiasm while you are doing all of this to help our people in every way. Because most of the Muslims, which we are sitting right now, they are living in the countries which is difficult to live because the weaknesses, right or not? We need important to highlight for the brothers, for our families, to our children, what we need. With the religion, first the religion, of course, but we need to highlight these things. Important. Any question? جزاكم الله خير. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Take care.